Hello and welcome back to my channel and welcome to my home. Today I will give you a tour of my apartment because it's more so for me, but I want to show you where I've been living for the past 4.5 years, almost 5 years, because I'll be moving very soon and I thought it would be fun to just give you a little behind the scenes content, and we can get back to the front door and start with the tour. So this is where you come in. You have a mirror on the side here. Here's the front door. Nothing really special. I have my shoes down here, a pin board for like important things. Also something that I thought would be quite fun to show you is this right here. When I was in England, I got this sheet of paper from a lovely lady where I bought hand-dyed yarn from, and this is a yarn trail in England, or if you want to go to this part in the north, then definitely check those out. So I am very fortunate to have my own washing machine. I didn't buy this one. Again, it is from my uncle. He left it for me, which was very kind. I am super happy with the size. A lot of people don't actually like showers, but I prefer them. In my new place, I won't have a shower. I'll actually have a bathtub. But here I have a fairly decent big shower with these really nice cobblestone texture at the floor, and beside it I have this shelf, also not from me. This used to be, or this was here before I moved in, but I think it is very handy because I can put all of my extra towels here and the other toiletries that you kind of need. I am sitting on the toilet, so the bathroom, you have the toilet and the shower all together, which is a bit inconvenient if you, for example, have people staying over and someone needs to shower but the other person really needs the toilet. But I mean, for me, I made do with it. It was absolutely fine. And then behind me I have this little shelf where I can just stack some of the supplies. I wanted to put another shelving unit in here, or some kind of rack, but I never got round to it, and this is actually more than enough space for me. And I have a little shelf above the sink as well, so I'm good with shelves. Now we are kind of in the living room, the living area. Remember, this is a loft, so everything is one room, hence the non-straight ceilings. But this might be one of the places that you will actually recognize the most, because here's my sofa with my massive knitted blanket and the window where I sit down below to record all of my videos. I designated this as my knitting corner. This has not always been the case. The sofa used to be this way, so underneath the window, but the windows got replaced about 2 years ago and I had to move the sofa, and then I had it also up to about 6 months, the sofa the other way around, so you would face the other way, which was alright. It was a bit inconvenient, but this way, this is actually the perfect way to face the room, because you look out the window, you have a big area to move and jump and do exercise and all of that jazz, so this is a lot better. The sofa was here before. My uncle used to live in this apartment and then I took it over from him, and a lot of the stuff that I have in here is either from him or my great grandma, because she had a big apartment as well, and when she passed away we had to do something with all of the furniture, so my uncle said, let me take them, I'll move anyways, and that's what we did. This is probably the most famous spot in my videos. This is where I sit. I have these really cool shelves with some rolls underneath, so you can actually move these things around. And then on this side I have all of my yarn. I purchased some more of these big plastic bins from IKEA because I thought that they were actually really good to store my yarn. I used to store them in the paper boxes they came in, which was fine. I don't have a bug problem. Even though I live kind of beside a tree, I've never had any problems with moths, bugs, spiders whatsoever. But just for convenience sake, I guess, I got some more bins. So this is my little balcony area. I can't be outside at the moment because my neighbour is hammering something, which is a bit inconvenient for me, but we will make do. The balcony is quite big, especially for a city balcony. This is very unusual, but I'm super happy that I have it. I will not have one in the new place, but that is fine. I have a lot of plants outside, as you can see. Also outside I do store my compost, and I made a little I bought like a big pot to try and collect some water so I can actually water my plants out there, because I don't have like a water hose or anything outside, because it's just a little balcony. So right now we are in the kitchen. I am really sorry about all of the clutter on the big table. I am sewing a dress at the moment and clearing things out and trying to move my own stuff as well, so it's all a little bit messy. But this is what the kitchen looks like. Everything is very open concept because it is only one room, but in general I am really happy. I do have an induction stove, which is fantastic. If you don't know what it is, it heats up the stove a lot quicker. You do need some special pots and all of that, but in general it takes about a quarter of the time to, I don't know, boil water or fry something. So it's very difficult if you don't know how to handle it, because you will burn stuff. So yeah, the kitchen, I do have a dishwasher, which I am very fortunate to have. I found out it is not a thing that a lot of kitchens have. Everything is this white color, which is a bit of a downside because you see stains super quickly and you always have to clean it. I'm not very good at cleaning those because I think they're cupboards. I'm not too bothered by it, but you do have to be careful also with like leaving water, because you can actually damage it. The oven is a microwave oven. Don't get me started on it. If you can avoid having one of those things in your apartment, or if you're thinking about buying something like this, don't. It's not great. You can't make anything without it being completely raw in the middle, so not a big fan. And right now I am sitting in my sewing corner. As you can tell, I have a lot of corners. Down here I have my fabric stash and other plants in the corner here. My two sewing machines. I have my sewing machine right up here on the table because I'm sewing a dress at the moment. But yeah, this is where I store my fabric. There is again nothing special to it, but I do have this really big cupboard, which used to belong to my great grandma, and it can store so much. It's actually unbelievable. It is fairly deep as well. I have my like other kitchen supplies in there, my sewing things, and then in the actual drawers some other just random stuff. Also I have my books up here, my uni books, this massive lamp which is kind of unnecessary because I don't use it. But I don't even know who it belongs to, probably my great grandma. But yeah, this is kind of where I keep all of my pens that I use a lot, and of course my lovely pictures. I painted all of these apart from this one. This is a postcard from Japan from my friend, and I just thought it would look really nice up here. So now we are getting into my living quarters, if you will. Right now you are on my shelf unit. This used to be on the big wall. I just store some of my books, well, almost all of my books, my printer, and some other stuff like my jewelry and perfume, all of that jazz. Nothing too interesting, I think. But here you have the wall of memories, if you will. I used to have some pictures up there but again I took some down. I actually drew this one, or not drew, I painted it because it's with acrylic paint. So I painted this in like the first year I moved in because I wanted a pop of colour with all of these white walls. And then this desk, I absolutely love this desk. This again used to belong to my great grandma, just like the red rug and the other rug that you, or carpet actually, that you saw in the living room. This is kind of now where it really ends with my great grandma stuff, I swear. But I love this thing. This is 100% wood. It is so heavy. It is not, it's like the real deal. There's no plywood, nothing. It is super heavy and super big, which is good because you have a lot of storage space. You can also pull some things out to extend the space that you have to where you want to work with. And in general, I'm really happy to have it, and I'll very gladly take it with me to my new place. Now we are in my wardrobe, literally in it, because as you can see, I did not change anything. This I just left it how I got it, and I think the system actually works quite well. I hang up most of my dresses and blazers and try to hang up my shirts as well. The baskets actually sit on some kind of plywood to give you more room, and I guess it's a cheap option to kind of build your own wardrobe. In general, I am quite happy with it. The only problem is that it gets really dusty because you don't have a protection for your clothes. Again, I don't have a moth problem, so I don't have any holes in my clothes. I do check regularly, don't worry about that. But it is a bit of a downside. Also, I have mold in this corner because there's not a lot of airflow, and this whole apartment is not really designed to be lived in. You will see the mold problem is a very, very big issue. I have lots of mold in nooks and crannies, and by my front door, in the corner where my yarn is. Luckily, after I put the stuff in the boxes, just anywhere really. There's no preference for the mold. But yeah, this is where I get dressed. I have this really big mirror right here. Let me turn you around. Hello, hello. And I am kind of a shoe lover, which is why I have so many pairs of shoes down here and up there. Again, it is a really awkward shape because, as you can see, the wall kind of has like a dip here, and then actually where this sits on down below is the same. So I don't even know how you would be able to build a proper wardrobe in here. But the cool thing is my uncle put this plywood board up here so I can store my suitcases and stuff, and actually use the height for once that this place gives. And last but not least, we made it to my bed. I have two windows here, only one of them has blinds on. The bed didn't used to be like this, it actually used to be the other way around, so you would turn it 90 degrees. But I actually quite like it like this. The reason why the wall kind of behind you, which I showed before, I had to bring everything forwards. That's why everything is kind of on the floor right now, because everything is moldy on that wall. There used to be this big shelving unit. You can probably see the marks on the camera as well. Mold is a big problem here, like I said before, but specifically this wall, I used to wipe it and go in with the strongest mold remover, and it would come back in like 2 months. So I had really big problems with this wall. That's why I had to bring everything forwards, remove everything, and now stuff just lives on the floor, but it doesn't really matter because I'm going to be moving out very soon anyways. With the bed, again, you do lose a lot of space because of this wall. It is very narrow. I am very fortunate that I can actually push the bed as far back as I can. But people with claustrophobia, it's probably not the best sleeping accommodation. or at least with the setup that I have for my bed. I have some storage space under my bed, which is very good as well. I'm gonna keep that up too, just to not have everything cluttered with shelves. So this is the end of the home tour. I hope you liked this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I will document the journey from moving out of this place. This was kind of a tour to just keep the things how they are at the moment before I shuffle anything around and start packing things up. And I hope I will see you next time, and please continue and be with me on this journey. It would make me very happy. Like and subscribe to my channel if you want to stick around and you want to know more about me, and I'm gonna see you next time. Bye!